Joining us now here in the studio with reaction after a local vigil. Lauren.
Well, for Armenian Americans living in southern Nevada, today's acknowledgement is helping heal generational wounds. Flowers in hand, about 100 people gathered at Sunset Park at the Armenian Genocide monument there. With tears in their eyes, several told me the significance of President Biden's declaration to their community. Many, the grandchildren and great-grandchildren of survivors. Today marks the first time a sitting president has called the killing of an estimated 1.5 million Armenians by the Ottoman Turks genocide. And for Nevada co-chair of the Armenian National Committee, America, Lenna Hovanessian, using that word matters.
To describe these acts any other way is to aid in denial and participate in complicity and to undermine the truth.
And Turkish leaders are outraged by the president's statement, but the president, who had promised to do this during the 2020 campaign, argued that failing to recognize these events as such would pave the way for future atrocities. Reporting live here in the studio, Lauren Clark with the CW Las Vegas.
And a march this morning in the Armenian capital of Yerevan to mark the somber anniversary. Thousands took to the streets carrying torches and candles and waving national flags.
Our government needs to lead. We need to show the example, and we need to provide the incentives for helping working families be able to not just barely survive, but to thrive.
There is bipartisan support for families in D.C., not enough support for families today. The Ways and Means Committee heard from working moms struggling during this pandemic. They struggle with child care and paid leave. In Nevada, some 60% of working adults don't have access to FMLA money.
You have to work for a certain size employer. You have to work for a certain length of time. And some people just can't plain afford to take unpaid leave. So when you put all those things together, it results in really a huge proportion of our workers not even being able to take unpaid leave without the fear of losing their job.
That access to paid leave and childcare has been especially tough during the pandemic, when families were left without options and forced to take care of kids or sick family at home.
It's really a crisis on top of a crisis that already existed before the pandemic and before this terrible economic recession. What we know is that we have not had the kind of policies in this country that support family caregiving.
So what happens now? The Biden administration has announced reforms in what they call the Families Plan. There seems to be support from both sides on expanding assistance for families, but they can't decide how much that should cost. John Trainer, News 3.
Community organizations are helping administer the 2-dose vaccines here in Las Vegas. Nevada Health Centers held a COVID-19 vaccine clinic this weekend. This afternoon, those eligible could get their first dose of the Moderna vaccine at the Martin Luther King Health Center.
We really want to get the word out to the minority group to say, hey, it is important that you get vaccinated. It is important that you protect your family.
And the second doses will be given in 28 days.
Hi, everybody. I'm Reed Cowan from News 3 Las Vegas. We want to thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Remember, you can always see more of our videos by clicking on the video links. And also don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our YouTube updates. Thanks for watching.